Hello, family. This is your friend Kenesha, and welcome to another episode of TransFormNation Thursdays. On Transformation Tuesdays, we're talking all about how we can just transform ourselves because we want to be better people. And then on Thursdays, we're wanting making that applicable to transform ourselves so that we can go and change the world. Now, we want to make sure that we change the world with our family, with our communities, with our state, with our nation, and with the world. So we talked about, last Thursday, our topic was your influence increases as you learn to control your emotions. We've been talking about emotional intelligence and being people who can control our emotions so that way our influence increases. And then on Tuesday, we talked about emotions gone wild, and we gave some steps on how you can start to regulate your emotions. So I thought about this word control. What does it mean to control something? And the definition is determine the behavior or supervise the running thereof. So we're wanting to control or determine how we're going to behave, our emotions, and not let our emotions control us. So here's some quotes on how we should control these emotions. Here's one. This one is by Carlos Wallace, and he says, "You own your feelings. You own your thoughts. You control both. No one has the right to any of it, to any of you without your permission." That's empowering. So it doesn't matter what people say, what they think, what they do. I am the only one that will determine and decide my response, my reaction, and my emotion. Very empowering. And then this one is T.F. Hodge, this quote. He says, "You'll never cross an emotional bridge if you keep rushing back to the other side." To be people that are high with emotional intelligence, we have to allow situations to happen and not keep stirring up our emotions. And one more quote from Germany Kent. He said, "If you do not have control over your mouth, you will not have control over your future." So if I am a leader or I'm influencing someone and I just go off and spew out of my mouth, I am going to decrease my influence because people will not trust me. So our thought is emotional control gains you influence. When we can control our emotions, then we have a higher influence. So we'll be coming again from our book, Emotional Intelligence 2.0 by Travis Bradberry and Jean Greaves. This is a wonderful book. I actually was exposed to this book when I was getting my doctorate degree from Brandman, and it is wonderful. So here's one of the acknowledgments or endorsements. It says, "In the fast lane of business life today, people spend more time on computer keyboards, Blackberries, no more Blackberries, and conference calls than they do face-to-face communication. We're expected to piece together broken conversations, cryptic voicemails, and abbreviated text messages to figure out how to proceed." How many of you have misread, misunderstood, and possibly had an emotional tantrum because of this technology, which I love, but if our emotional intelligence is not high, we can struggle. And then it says, "In this increasingly complex web, emotional intelligence is more important than ever before." We want to be mindful of that. So how are we going to increase our influence? Remember, emotional control gains you influence. So from this article called How to Influence Emotional Intelligence, it gives a few tips, and it says, we want to execute in a way that is meaningful and effective. So when I'm working with my team, when I'm influencing others, I'm going to execute in a way that's meaningful. So that means I'm going to be in control of how I'm feeling. That's the only way that's going to be meaningful. Another thought is enlist support with relative ease. We don't make people do anything. We enlist them to do things. And we can do that with ease if our emotional intelligence is high. If we are controlling our emotions, then people will want to follow us. People will want to do what we're asking them to do. People will want to execute the mission because we've enlisted them and we're in control. And then our final thought is we want to engage and mobilize the team to accomplish the mission. Remember, engaging people, not enraging them, but engaging people to get the mission done. So I'm going to leave you with this question. What are you willing to do in order to control your emotions so that you can gain influence? This is your friend Kenesha. I want for you to be able to change you so you can change the world. I love you. Have a wonderful day.